This is a tutorial on how to register as a supplier on the City of Topeka's supplier portal. From the City of Topeka home screen on our website at www.topeka.org, you'll use the drop-down titled For Businesses. Click on Bid Opportunities. This will navigate you to the city's supplier portal where all of our current bid solicitations are available for review. By clicking the drop-down in the upper right, titled Anonymous, you can click the Register button. During the registration process, you will need the company's tax identification number or social security number, whatever your business uses to conduct business regularly. You will accept the terms and conditions, and note, all City of Topeka bids close at 2 p.m. Central Time. That means all bids must be submitted prior to 2 p.m. Central Time. Once you've clicked and accepted terms and conditions, use the next button in the lower right-hand corner to navigate to the next tab of contact information. Your username and password should be specific to the business entity itself, not to the personal user who's registering for the business. So as a company, I'm going to title my username Company 1. The user field, just like the password field, are case and space sensitive. We also don't want to use any ampersands or symbols in our username, such as the and sign or asterisks. The @ sign, which is used for email addresses, should also be removed and avoided from username profile setups. Your password should be something generic for any user in your company to use and cannot be anything that's included in your username. Again, it is space and case sensitive. This is relevant to the user, the primary user for the company. And asterisks indicate required fields. As you navigate using the next button to the next screen, if there are any errors in your setup, the system will notify you and not allow you to move forward. The green check marks indicate that you have completed and filled out all of the required fields in order to complete the registration process. The company name is my company, my tax ID number. This is where you will indicate whether or not you're using a social security number or a federal tax ID number that you've registered the company under. And it gives an example of how it wants your tax ID number to be entered. I'm going to enter a fake tax ID number for the sake of registering today. Down below, again, asterisks indicate the fields that I must complete. Your country, your address, your city, state, and your zip code. It will not populate state listings for your selection unless you have indicated the country above. If my address is different than my mailing address, so if this is a PO box, you'll indicate your physical address over on the right-hand side. If it is the same, you can click to notate that the addresses are one and the same. Clicking next. My password does not meet the minimum length requirements. Details may or may not indicate additional information to help you resolve the issue. So in order to go back and correct my email, or I'm sorry, my password length, I will click on contact information and I will update my password. And I will click next and next. And that time it allowed me to move forward. Diversity code selection. Please use the helper list to select what diversity codes may or may not pertain to your company's registration. If my company is a female-owned company, I will check that box and I will click Attach to Supplier and close that box once I am done. If you do not have a diversity code that you would like to use, you do not need to select a specific diversity code. You can select none. This is at the organization's selection. It does not require you to be a registered certified minority business through any other organization. Selecting a diversity code is at the supplier's authority, and we do not require suppliers to be certified by an agency or organization or state entity to elect a diversity code with the city of Topeka. Once I have my diversity code selected, I will click next. And this question, do you have a completed W-9 form for your organization? All vendors must have a current W-9 for a bid award to be finalized. So at this time, if I don't have a W-9, I will click no. If I do, I will click yes, and I will upload the document by searching on my computer to attach it. As it states, all vendors must have a current W-9 for a bid award to be finalized. It is required if you are selected in a bid award process. We must have a W-9 from the IRS under the most current version of the IRS form in order to complete registering as a vendor and issue a payment from the city of Topeka to the vendor. Once I click next, my next tab is commodity codes. Please use the helper list to select the commodity codes relevant to what your company has to offer as far as goods and services to the city of Topeka. If I am a heating and cooling company, I will select this box and click Attach to Contact. That is attaching the code in the background to my supplier portal profile. Commodity codes are very important because suppliers are notified when a bid is released based on these codes. So when the city of Topeka issues a bid in this system, the city of Topeka selects what codes to tell the system what suppliers to notify of that opportunity. So it's very important that you select any codes that are relevant. As I might be an HVAC company offering heating and cooling, I may also want to be notified when there are construction bids, so I can search construct and search, and it populates those commodity codes relevant to those types of jobs or services. I'm going to select, I will want to select construction general, construction heavy, and construction trade. I will attach those to my profile as well. And click close once I've completed identifying all of the goods or services that I can provide. During the bidding process, if a bid is issued for construction services that includes elements of a facility project and elements of electrical, heating, air conditioning, I will also be notified of those. And I can elect to be a subcontractor if I don't want to be the primary contractor submitting the full bid for the entire project. So that is why it is important to also include those commodity codes. I'll click next. Proxy notifications. Enter contacts that will be notified of event updates, but cannot take action on those events and do not have a separate username and password. So if there is another person at my agency that is not my primary account user here, but if I am going on vacation or for any other reason, I want them to also get notified because I may miss those notifications, I can use this create button to add another person and their email address to simply receive those email notifications of when bids are released. And click receive email notification. Once I have my entire list of people who I also want to get emails about bid events, I can click next. And now it says registration status complete. Congratulations, your account has been set up and you will now receive email notifications of events related to commodity codes for which you have registered. And here's my supplier number. It's important to note your supplier number because if you have issues when you are trying to log in or trying to complete a bid response, you can use this number to communicate with City of Topeka staff in the Contracts and Procurement Division about questions or issues you have with your supplier registration account. The next thing I can do is click the home button. Note at the upper right-hand corner, it is saying my name because I am in fact logged into my new account that I have just created. On the right-hand side, you will see that there is a supplier registration guide in English, a supplier registration guide in Spanish, and a supplier response guide in both English and Spanish for how to respond to bid events. There are frequently asked questions and a direct link to the current IRS W-9 if you need one to complete that and attach to your supplier account. On the left-hand side, you will see you can now browse open events and start responding to open bid events as a registered supplier. To maintain your account, you can update your account information at the top by clicking My Account, Update Account. On the left-hand side are all of the tabs that we just navigated in order to register your account. So you can update those at your convenience when needed. On the home screen, there is an option to search events, which allows you to search events historically issued in the system, not those that are currently open. It's hard sometimes to see the arrows in the lower right-hand side of the screen, which allows you to toggle page by page. This arrow will send you to the last page, which also shows the open and pending bids. So bids that have closed and have not been awarded show a status pending award. You can double click on that bid to open it and still review the documents that were on that bid event when it was issued. Use the back browser button to navigate to the screen you were previously on. You can use this screen to find bids that have been awarded. And if you double click on that bid, you will see that there is now a plan holder list and award summary option. Plan holders will show you if any plan holders as subcontractors were awarded. The award summary will show you the primary contractor that was awarded the bid based on their submission. If you click on purchase order, it will show you the city staff buyer from the Contracts and Procurement Office that awarded the bid, the lines that were awarded. You can double click and you can see that this bid was awarded to Mara Creek Construction for the Potwin neighborhood brick repair and what the total bid award amount was for. So the PO was issued to this vendor. to complete this project. Use the back button again to navigate to previous screens you were on in the portal and to come back to this main page. On the home screen, you can also see My Responses, which includes any bid responses that you have submitted or unsubmitted and are still waiting for your final submission. You can see your historical responses for bids that you did submit and what they were awarded or not awarded for. If there's a bid open and you submit a bid response, this is the location. Response is open for award. It will show your bid response. If the bid has not yet been awarded, you do have time, if it is still open, to modify your response and make any corrections to it before the bid closes. If you do, you must remember to click the submit button when responding to that bid if you have made modifications. On the right-hand side, the last thing to note is the announcement section. Anytime there's a new announcement or very important information that the city releases regarding the bid portal or bids from the Contracts and Procurement Division, you will want to pay attention to this announcements section. Currently, it indicates City of Topeka, Kansas bids close at 2 p.m. Central Time on the date stated in the solicitation. Bids are not accepted after the date and time stated. It also mentions that you should only register in this system once because it is registered to the organization's tax identification number. When establishing your username, again, do not use underscores, ampersands, or email addresses. And when uploading attachments, the system will not accept zip files. Users must operate in Chrome or Firefox browsers. And for assistance, you can contact the City of Topeka Contracts and Procurement main line at 785-368-3749. Thank you.